In 3, 2, 1. What's goody in the hoodie, everybody? On today's episode, we are here filming the very first episode of the podcast. If you don't know me, I am Maleia Ferreira, and I am the host of this podcast. Next to me are two very special guests for the very first episode. Y'all want to introduce yourselves?
My name is Joel.
I'm Logan.
And, those are my two special guests, y'all. The two of my very best friends in the whole fucking world. Anyways, I just want to start off by saying that the inspiration from this podcast comes from Suburb Talks. If you have not watched that podcast or listened to that podcast, I highly recommend it. They just basically talk about relationships and relationship advice and all of that. But for this podcast, the idea behind this particular podcast is basically everything life advice, relationship advice, anything having to do with what we've gone through as people, and all that good jazz. The host for this podcast, pretty much just so the listeners can enjoy listening and relate and hopefully share their stories on the podcast someday, because I know some of my viewers are going to be my family and friends, and hopefully they hop on a podcast with me and share their stories. So I just want everybody to really feel safe on here and safe to say their opinions and thoughts and advice on things that they've gone through. So before we completely get into this podcast with all the questions and that jazz, we're going to get some autobiographies from our two special guests over here. But first, I'm going to go. Like I said, I'm Maleia Ferreira. I have been wanting to do this podcast for a hot minute now. And thanks to this guy over here, I finally got the mic and some of the equipment that I've needed to do this podcast, and it really gave me a big push to start getting into the podcast. So there's that. I love sports, anything sports. I played soccer for 15 years and played maybe like a quarter of college ball, and then I ended up having to drop out because my mental health was not doing so hot, but we'll get into that on a totally different episode. But if you have done that, it's nothing to be ashamed of, because a lot of people do it. Trust me, including me and Logan over there. Logan's done it too.
I made it through 3 days.
But yeah, that's basically a little bit about me. Y'all are gonna learn a lot more about me as episodes go on, and when I do episodes by myself. And yes, there will be episodes where I do not have special guests, but for the most part, I will. So next we're gonna get on with my best friend, Mr. Joel.
My name's Joel. I'm adopted, and currently, if you see me dozing off, we have live viewers. We have Morgan and my sister. You'll meet my sister soon, but I'm the only one that goes to college in this little thing. My major is marine bio. I currently go to community college because I wanted to save some money because I'm broke. And I spend my money all on food. And the reason why I want to do marine bio is because I like animals more than I do humans, because they annoy me and they don't talk back. And I'm 20 years old, and I was born in La Jolla. And
I'm 19, by the way, just to put that out there. I did not say my age. I am 19, about to be 20.
And yeah, that's me.
Logan.
I'm Logan. I was also adopted, and I'm also 20 years old. I was born in Kentucky. I made it through 3 days of college, like I said, before I dropped out, and now I work for Vans. So yeah.
And I also work. Don't just think I'm a dropout who does nothing with her life. I work at the UPS store at SDSU. Absolutely love it there. Can't imagine working anywhere else, really. That's really why I haven't left, to be quite honest with y'all. But now we are gonna get into some questions. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for that?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Bet. Let's see.
That is why I'm here, though.
Alrighty. So, the first very, 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 very first question we're gonna get into is your favorite compliment to receive, personality or looks wise. For me, I'll start this off because I already have mine. Because obviously I wrote the questions down. I'm gonna know my answer. I'd say when people compliment my eyes, I adore my eyes, and when somebody compliments my eyes or says that my eyes are like a pretty color or the shape of them, because I get a lot of compliments on that. I also get compliments on my nose, which is kind of weird. Not gonna fucking lie to you, but yeah, I get a lot of compliments on my nose. And personality wise, I just like it when somebody can notice that I'm a very goofy person. I'm a very genuine person. I'm a very emotional person. So if you catch me crying, I hate to break it to you, but it happens all the time. But I'd say those are like my biggest ones. And I guess also when this is kind of like out of the question a little bit, but I also like when people say they're very comfortable around me. I guess that's a very good compliment that I love to receive. So those are mine. Now we're going to go on to Joel over here.
Bear with us. We only have one mic, so kind of
new equipment on the way. Trust me.
kind of ghetto, but like, for me, looks wise is probably like hair or how clear my skin is, because thank God I was born with like clear skin.
Too,
And personality wise, and noticing the little things like that you'll catch me like that's like a big thing to me, like if you catch those things, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, Logan, go ahead.
For like physical feature, mine would be eyes, just because my eyes are blue, but depending on the light, they can look green in different colors. Also, for like just a compliment in general is kind of like what Joel was saying, but just noticing the little things that are being done.
You have to emphasize.
That's
Yeah.
facts. That's
Emphasize.
big facts.
But like,
Okay, first question. Yeah, like Joel said, bear with us. I have all the equipment for the most part, but there's this little tiny piece that we need because God forbid it didn't come with the other mic. But just bear with us in this first episode and just vibe with us because we're new to this too. I'm new to this. I'm very, 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 very new to this, and hopefully eventually we'll get even better equipment than the stuff we already have. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next question. The best move to hit at the movie theaters. And just FYI, that's more for them. But I'm gonna say what I like receiving. You know what I mean? I'm a cringy little mofo. So I'm just gonna say counting shoulders. I think that is the smoothest thing in the freaking world, bro. I don't know what it is, but something about it, it's funny, it's goofy, I'm funny, I'm goofy, like boom shakalaka. So like you know what y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the when you go, oh, you wanna count shoulders? 1, 2, 3, 4 type shit. You know what I mean? That is some of the best freaking, oh my God. And I'm goofy as hell, not gonna lie to you. And our live audience is hella annoying. If y'all see them laughing, it's because they're doing whatever the fuck it is. But, you know, at this rate, bro, I'm a goofy person. I'm a cringy person. So if y'all hit me with that at the movie theaters, guaranteed I'm gonna like you 10 times more. Because you're goofy. You like to laugh. You like to mess around like that. So, I'd say that's mine. What are your guys' favorite moves to hit? You don't gotta keep doing that.
I know, but I feel like I have to. But it's an anxiety thing. For me, I probably wouldn't be on a date at the movie theaters because I like to talk.
Bro, we are talking about if you are, not if
whenever no. Okay, that's just me.
Oh my God.
Also, I haven't been on a date since like freshman year.
Me neither, bro.
So like, I wouldn't even know what I like. I mean, obviously, cringy girl over here likes her counting shoulders. I think that's weird. I mean, yes, that would be kind of cute and funny, but I think I just like laugh and be like, ha ha ha.
Get off me.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, okay. So like, and also like depending on what movie we're watching, like I don't know, set the mood. I guess.
Are we even gonna be watching the movie?
Yeah, like I don't know.
Are we even gonna be watching?
Yeah, or am I gonna
Let's
have
be
to
for
like?
real.
Am I gonna have to like move? No, there's some freaky ass teenagers that like sit in the corner and then they like grab each other, and I was so uncomfortable.
Can y'all talk about the move that you are hitting at the movie
I'd be
theater?
moving out of the theater. I don't know.
Okay,
but like, but just for me, I have no idea what kind of moves I'm like into because I'm single and I have no idea. So, Logan, since he also. He just got out of a relationship.
Yeah, he did.
He just got out of a relationship, so he knows what he should like.
Also, just FYI, all three of us are single, so hit them up. Hit our lines, please, God.
Check our lines in the description.
Yeah, we got everything down there. We got Instagram, all that. Slide into the DMs.
The emails.
Twitter fingers.
But here you go, Logan.
Okay, so we've talked about this before. I don't have a move. I don't have a move either. I don't. I have a memory of one thing in a movie theater that I really liked happening, but
you be more specific.
I was about to. Thank you very fucking much.
You don't know. Like,
Well, because
they don't know.
we went to the movie theater, but then we started talking before the movie started, obviously. But we were so into our conversation that instead of actually watching the movie, we went and just walked around and kept talking for the next couple hours. And
That's
it wasn't
fine.
like it wasn't a specific like move, but it was nice to just talk to somebody and like make a connection with a person that you genuinely care about.
They better care about you because hell,
We coming.
No, movie tickets nowadays. No, if you're leaving
Y'all
a
coming
movie,
for Logan, y'all coming for us.
yeah, if you're moving
Let's go.
out of like a movie theater, you spent like $20 on a ticket.
Bruh.
They better be the one because
They
they better be the one because I ain't spending no $20 for nothing.
I took who to a movie.
Oh no! Don't we? No.
Next question.
Next question. Nah. We ain't getting into that. No. Now this question is this question is a little more personal to me. Just because I've personally been through it. I don't know about them, but I know I have. How do y'all feel about the family and friends not liking the person you're talking to, in a relationship with, all that stuff? I'm just gonna put it out there. He already knows who he is. Point blank. Period. I don't dislike him. We're friends. We're cool. But the stuff that I had to go through with this particular boy, bruh, like, nah. I refuse to ever do that again. But basically, moral of the story: my friends and family did meet him. Joel actually really liked him at first, and then there was one particular night where he met some very important people in my life. And he messed up. He fumbled the bag, hella. And pretty much they did not like him. They didn't want me to talk to him anymore. Did I listen? No. Should I have listened? Probably. But you know how it is, bruh. Like once you're in something with somebody and you actually develop genuine feeling for them, it's a lot harder for you to end something before it even starts, because we were not in a relationship. We were in what we called a situationship. I do not recommend situationships to anybody, because you know what that means? That means you got to be loyal to somebody that doesn't necessarily have to be loyal to you. And it goes both ways. But me, I'm a very loyal person. So if I got you, cool. I'm gonna chill with you. I don't need to be talking to any other people. But for him, it was, oh yeah, I could talk to whoever I want because we're not dating yet. So let's just say I got played. I got played hella. And if my friends and family don't like you, it's not that I'm necessarily going to drop you right away. That's definitely not how I am.
But like, you gotta earn that.
Yeah, but yeah, for sure. You got to earn that. And I don't think if my family didn't like my boyfriend, I think there'd be something to work towards, which is something that I'm very big on, is like working towards stuff. And we could definitely try and fix that. But if your family or friends don't like a guy that you're talking to or a situationship, please just get out of that, because
Run.
you're not going to be able to
Argument,
get out of that
run.
hole. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get out of that hole, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, to be quite honest with you. And I guess don't introduce your family or friends to a situationship or a talking stage. Introduce them when you're in a relationship with them.
You're doomed.
And don't I'm not saying introduce them like when you're a month into the relationship. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Because if you are introducing somebody a month into the relationship, no. Because you don't really know a person that well 1 month in. I'm telling you now. Although, certain situations, if you were friends with them before you got into a relationship with them,
Not me, him.
and me too. But I didn't get into a relationship though. It fell apart before it even started. That tends to be a cycle, bro. I swear to God, is it me? Am I the fucking problem? Because I really need to figure this shit out. But I would just say it really depends on the situation. Go with what you're feeling and all that. But if your friends and family don't like the person you're talking to or in a situationship with, run. Please run. That's just me. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, okay, we can work on it. But girl, Jalen, I'ma smack you. But yeah, that's me. Joel, you want to go ahead?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
For me, it's hard to say because like I'm only going off her experience because we're together 24/7.
25-8.
Yeah, like what I mean together. I mean
25-8.
together, like all the time.
Every day.
There's not one day I've never like haven't
Unless we're on
seen
vacation.
vacation. But like even when we hang out with him, it's us two always. The only reason why I would not be at the hangout is because I'm either at home doing something before I get picked up by her, or vice versa, or I'm picking up my sister from school. Like we're always together. And so the last situationship they had,
She had.
sorry, that she had was, I'm gonna say, pretty rough. I was there through all of it. And it made me
I didn't drive at the time, just FYI. I did not drive at the time.
Awkward. I'm going to say awkward because I was
I met this fool once, and I was not his biggest fan. I did not like him all that much.
It was awkward. Can I say? Because she wasn't driving at the time. And
he still doesn't drive.
He wasn't driving, so guess what? I played third wheel. But you know what? It was okay because as long as she was happy, I was fine. And he was fine at the beginning. I mean, like there was like no hate to him. Like right now, like if he were to hit me up and say like, "What's Maleia doing?" I'd be like,
I'd be like, text Maleia.
I just be like, talk to Maleia, but like I have no problem with him. Like maybe was I annoyed? Yes. Was like because there's also times where like we would go get food and I like pay for him, and like that was just for like I would pay for him and like I wouldn't care. Did he ever pay me back? No, he didn't. And yeah, like I'm just saying, like
he also didn't have a job.
That's not my fucking fault.
No. He didn't have a job. He didn't drive. And his best friend Drew would drive. Okay, cut that shit out. But his best friend would literally drive him. So Joel would drive me, and his best friend would drive him. We gotta cut out that name.
Yeah, you gotta blur out the name. But anyways, yeah, you just have to go. Yeah. So anyways, like I didn't mind doing that, and then when I was on, I had to do something for my mom, and she came with me, and we had to drive to LA, and she's talking to him like, and this is when they were going through it, and then like on my way home,
because my family and friends did not like him, and he just gave up. He didn't give a shit at that point.
And so when I was driving home, I had to watch this girl bawl in my car, and like that was just the point where like I lost kind of all trust for him, and like And then like she made some like other decisions that I did not particularly like because as a best friend, you don't want to see your friend go through that. But you know, you have to get through it.
But how do you feel about like family friends?
So like what I'm getting down to is that when she told me that she still kind of had feelings and kind of wanted to still be friends or interact, it didn't really. It didn't make me. It made me feel like, oh no, she shouldn't. Like I don't want to support her, but at the same time, like I fully support her. Like that's her feelings. Like that's not my feelings. Like I can tell her my feelings and she'll understand them. But at the end of the day, like she's the one who's dating or like talking to this person, and like you just gotta be there for your best friend. Like, and that's the same with family. Like, of course, like um if my sister didn't like my significant other, like we would just talk it out, and I just wouldn't bring my significant other around her, or like I would try to like put some effort in.
Ease
Yeah,
into
like
it.
yeah. So like put effort in on both sides. Like, but again, like effort has to be on both sides. It can't just be on one. Or like so like when she's saying like if you're introducing your situationship to like people you care about, I say ease it in. I say like
we rushed into that way too early.
it was like real rushed in. Like bring around like your close friends a little bit, and then like if he's picking you up or she picking you up from your house, like it's okay to like introduce yourself to your parents, and that's it. Like that's fine. But like with me,
my
like,
mom met him.
Yeah,
And my mom maybe had like a 5-minute conversation with him because it was not supposed to happen. Joel's car broke down.
My car
And so we all had to go to my house because we were right by my house. And then my mom took everybody home.
Like I had to like.
And then I got COVID.
Wobble. Yeah, I had to.
And then he ended things with me.
Okay. I would say like when 2022 came around, it was a lot of firsts for Maleia. Let's be quite honest. A lot of firsts. She had her first kiss, and I was driving, and it
was with the situationship.
Yeah.
Just so we don't think Maleia is a little ho ho ho.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just putting that out there. God forbid.
She's a hoe, but she doesn't act on her hoes.
No,
like she won't do anything sexual, and like that's when like good men or good boys come into play because you can't find them.
Okay. You can't say I didn't do anything sexual because
okay, well I was getting to that.
I'm still a virgin, but I'm not the Virgin Mary.
But I mean, like there's a lot of firsts for Maleia. Let's see. In July in July she had her first kiss. In August she had her first sexual activity. And then after that she had her first mono sesh and strep. Yeah, she had her first illness from a boy. Sesh. Not the same one. No, this is after her talking stage. After they ended, she found a new boy and they did some stuff. And bada bing, bada boom, strep. So if you are
and mono, both of them.
Oh yeah, strep turned into mono. So guys, be careful. Like you think STDs are bad? Try having strep and mono.
Hold on.
Like it's
you keep talking.
bad because then, when October came to play, she still had mono, even though this little act happened in August, and she gonna go to Disneyland with me on my birthday. A little salty about that, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine.
You think you're salty? She didn't
Bro,
get to go to Disneyland.
I'm about to freaking roast the bejesus out of myself. Not gonna lie, but this is what strep looks like. That's what it looks like, bro. I was miserable.
Yeah, and well, I was having fun at Disneyland.
Yeah, Jalen.
Again, like, also,
that's the
but you know, like, best friends come into play because Morgan and I, when she had mono, we got a bunch of snacks and stuff, and we
wrote little jokes
on it because, like,
but having strep and mono?
Yeah,
yes.
But also, can you please answer the damn question?
No. Oh yeah.
Jesus.
I have ADHD, so I like to go on tangents a lot, and I just think you guys. Yeah. Well, okay.
Joel.
Sorry.
Okay, answer the question.
But for me, the close people, like opinions do matter to me, but at the end of the day, like you have to make that decision yourself.
You have your own feelings.
You have your own feelings. Like I have mixed feelings about people in my family. Do I still talk to them? Of course I do. But at the end of the day, like you have to sort out your own shit before you can like it's okay to put you first. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, don't like if always put yourself first, and it's okay to say no to people or not agree with them. It doesn't mean you're not. It doesn't mean that you're disobeying your friends or betraying them at all. You're just putting yourself first, and that's okay. So here, take the mic before I go on another tangent.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get a look, but I'm gonna say this.
You're already getting a look.
So I think that ultimately, whenever you decide is right to introduce your human being or what to your friends, family, ultimately that's your decision whenever you feel like it's the most comfortable. However, they may not be your family, but the people in your life that care and love you know you. They're gonna see the red flags before you might. So if they're telling you that something is wrong, it's because they see what's happening and they know you. And so they don't want to see you get hurt. Ultimately, like Joel said, it is your decision. But their opinions, as much as they don't matter to you. But also, like, in my last relationship, my mom loved her. Absolutely loved her. Until she didn't. And now, say anything ever happens with this person again, she's going to have to earn back all of that trust, not just from me, but now from my family who's mad because they watched me get hurt.
It's also difficult because, like, when you're going through something like that, you still care for the person. Sorry, Morgan.
Swinging around my
Morgan, she is not an athlete, but she likes to pretend like she is one, and she's over here like swinging. Yeah. And so what I'm trying to say before I got rudely interrupted, is that fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Anyway, that's basically it on that question. Moral of the story: you make your own decisions.
You do you.
But you also, knowing your friends and family, you're gonna take their opinions and what they're saying into account. Did I? I did, but I also knew him on a different level than anybody else. So I did want to give it another opportunity. I did want to give him an opportunity to redeem himself. Did he want that? I really couldn't tell you. To me, no.
That's also
he might choice. Yeah, he might tell everybody else a different story, but to me, he really did not try to work his way back into a good spot with me. He kind of just heard, oh, her family doesn't like me, okay, I'm out. But for all my guys out there, effort. If you really care about that person and you really do want to be with them eventually, put in that effort because it does not go unnoticed. Trust me on that. Trust me.
A little effort goes a long ways.
That's facts. All right, next question. This will be the last, or not the last question, but like second to last. Because I have like a very important closing question. But how do we all feel? And this one's kind of gonna get to the nitty gritty and the nasty. But how do we feel about hookup phases? Because I could tell y'all that for me, I'm not a sexual person. I'm not sexually active. I've been a virgin all my life. You already know. I've done one sexual thing, but I am still a virgin. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I'm just, for me, I don't know how this is for everybody else. I am not waiting till marriage. If it happens to be when I'm married, okay, cool. Like, I'm rocking with it. But if it happens before I'm married, no big deal. I am also straight, FYI. Y'all want to say?
Well, you can finish
can finish my thing. Okay. Well, I'm straight, and basically, a lot of guys our age, my age, are very much into the hookup phases, very much into just the sexual, and I understand that. Like you do you. You want to go ahead and do that, you can do that because I get it. It makes sense to me. Experiment, put yourself out there, whatever. But for me personally, I'm not doing anything sexual with anybody that I do not care about. I'm not going to go out there, I'm not going to pick a guy off at a club and be like, "Oh yeah, let's go, do the nasty." I'm not like that. I refuse to do that because for me, sex is a very intimate thing, and I'm a very emotional person, as I've said, and so I'm only doing something with you if I have an emotional connection to you, if you are a genuine person, if I do see myself being with you in the future. I also will not do anything with you until we are in a relationship. That's it. Because I'm one of those girls that Jalen approves. But that's basically me. Like I'm not into the hookup phases. Y'all can do them. I'm not hating on people who do them at all because that's your decision, that's your choice. But for me personally, I don't like them. I think they're pointless because what are you really gaining out of them except for some sexual pleasure? And also, for how long? Because I know some of y'all men out there, I know people who only last, 3 minutes? If that's long. So, let's be real here. What are you getting out of it? That's just my point of view on it. But I'm not hating on anybody who does do that because people do have their reasons as to why they are like that and why they choose to do those hookup phases.
I don't care about hookup phases. I don't care. Like, if you're gonna do them. Like, I don't care. Like, that's I'm not into doing hookup phases anymore. But again, like, if your friend is going through a rough patch and they just want to have sex and they just want to do it, don't try to tell them no and say that support them, but don't try to be like, no, you shouldn't do that, because at the end of the day, like, that's just gonna make their sex drive even more, and you're gonna be responsible.
It's
for
like that basic logic. You tell someone that they can't do something, they're gonna want to do it even more.
Yeah. So again, if you're gonna go do it, you can tell your best friends whatever, but just support them. Just make sure they're not doing anything sketchy. Make sure they're getting to their places safely, have their location or whatever. Just be there for them, but don't if they're obviously crying out for help, be there for them and do the best you can. But if they want to do a hookup sesh, let them do it. We're not here to slut shame. And as with my sexuality, I like whoever. I don't care what you look like. I mean, if you're just yeah. But so personality wise, I rather.
I knew that, but I just wanted to.
Yeah. I don't care. I go for personality wise. Looks is just a plus. Let's just be.
Oh nah. This man is the pickiest mofo.
I'm so picky.
Oh God.
But that's why stuff like Tinder and stuff I can't do. Don't get me wrong, I've had it.
Him going through Tinder though is so funny to watch.
No, because he's left, left.
So judgmental because people with bad taste, that's a red flag as itself. So me having Tinder, I don't have the attention span. My sister and I would go through the Tinder and we have the both same taste. So it's so funny because we're just that's an ugly dress, or your face is ugly, or you have your teeth are crooked. My teeth aren't straight, but
let me just point out that Joel is a very big teddy bear as well. When you first meet him, he's not this judgmental. He's only judgmental when it comes to his love life. His friends, oh my God, big old teddy bear. He's a bitch.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yes, I can be judgmental. I'm also a huge shit talker. So if you want to get the deets, I'm down to shit talk with you. But at the same time,
you're just very blunt.
I'm very blunt. But when it comes to confrontation, that's when I'm really nice. But I won't be nice to you if you try to disrespect that that little cushion I'm trying to give you. Like, because if I'm really upset, you'll hear me talk shit and stuff will be flying out of my mouth so
But
angrily.
How do we feel about hookup phases? Bro, you keep going on these tangents.
I like talking.
Well, bro,
But-
answer the question.
But yes, I don't care about hookup sessions. Like, if you're gonna do it,
Hookup phases.
yeah, I don't care. Like, you do you. Just don't get an STD. Don't get mono strep.
What about you?
And me personally,
you've done them.
yeah, me personally, I've done them for attention, and I wanted to feel loved, because there's a hard part at my life, and then at the same time I had to realize that they weren't filling my hole in my heart, and I just I just couldn't, I just had to stop and focus on myself, and
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it.
Talk yo sandwich.
Okay, so one, if you are going through a hookup phase, stay safe, get tested, do what you need to do, but be healthy about it, because you don't want it to come back and bite you in the ass later. Okay, and then personally, I've been known to have.
Share what you want to share. You don't gotta share everything.
I've been known to have my what did you call it? Hookup phases? Yeah, I've been known to have my hookup phases, not as of late, and not getting out of this relationship that I got into. But the thing with me also is that when Maleia, you were saying sex is a very it's an emotional thing for you. It's not so much for me. But the thing is, I've had a lot of trauma in my life revolving around sex in general. So it's not something that I get emotionally attached to very much. There is connection. Obviously there is connection and there is emotional connection. But I think having
The viewers are gonna have a freaking earthquake because you keep tapping on the table.
But I think that it's, for me at least, it's more important to have that emotional connection to move up into a relationship than it is to have that physical connection with somebody. But if I see somebody and things go off, hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. But also, if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not really all that worried about it.
I just poked myself in the eye. Oh god, I'm burning. All right, we're gonna go into another question. I lied. That was not the second to last question. We're trying to aim for an hour 15 on the pod, and we are only at 38 minutes. So we're gonna keep on going, peeps. Oh Lord. Oh, this is a good one. Do you feel, this is just generalized question, do you feel some type of way when you aren't or were never posted by your significant other? How would you feel if you were in a relationship with them and you never got posted by them? You know what I mean?
Are you together, or are you just situationship?
No, you're together. You're together. No, you're together. You're in a relationship and they don't post you. And this could be how did you feel in the past? How do you feel now? All that. I'll go first as per usual. For me, if I'm in a situationship or a talking stage with you and you don't post me, I do not care that much. Me personally, I'm gonna be posting you. You know why? Because I'm proud to have you. Boom! I bagged that. I'm gonna be posting you, and if we have cute pics together, I'm gonna be posting you. Point blank. Period. But
yeah, emphasize on the cute part.
Emphasize on the cute.
Also, not to be targeting any bitches out there, But if you're gonna like have a lock screen of your significant other,
you are not about to do this.
yes. If you're gonna have a lock screen and you want your significant other, please put their face in there. Don't be narcissistic and just put your face and have like just a little thing.
This is a little personal for Joel. We're gonna. My God. But for me personally, if I'm in a situationship or a talking stage with you, me personally, I'm gonna be posting you, like because I bagged you, I got you. It comes back to bite me in the ass most of the time, but I'm still gonna do it because I'm trying to show you that I do appreciate you and I do want to show you off and I do want to get to the point of being in a relationship with you. When I'm in a relationship with you, I'm not one of those people that's gonna ask you to post me. I'm not like that. If you want to post me, you will. And if you want to keep our relationship private, I feel like that should be a talk me and you have so that I do know why you're not posting me. You know what I mean? Because a lot of guys out there be saying like, oh, I wanted to keep our relationship on the DL or, oh, I wanted to keep it private. That's cool and dandy. But don't be saying that as an excuse as to why you never have posted her. You know what I mean? Without telling her first. Because a lot of people do that. They go to their significant other and they're like, hey, yo, like, I'm not trying to post you. Why not? Because I kind of want to keep our relationship on the DL. That's cool. But if you're just going to do it and, like, your significant other is constantly posting you and you're not getting anything back, you're going to feel some type of way. You're going to feel like, oh, he doesn't want to show me off. Like, he's not proud to have me. Like, he doesn't want me like that. But if I'm in a relationship with you, like, obviously, like a birthday post or an anniversary post for me personally would be dope. Do I expect it from all guys? No. Because at the same time, you could also send me a text or send me something private that I'll appreciate either way. But me personally, I am going to post you. Whether we're in a talking stage, situationship, relationship, which is something I feel like I'm gonna approach a different way this year. Just because we are in a new year. And it's come back to bite me in the ass. Like a lot. Like, cause then people start hyping you up and you're like, oh, you got a little shorty. Okay. And then it goes south. And then you have to explain to people when they ask you, oh, why don't you post so-and-so anymore? Oh, because we're no longer a thing. So me personally, I will be posting you. If you choose not to post me, I would like for you to tell me why you're not posting me, because it'll get to a certain point where we're gonna be fucking 5-6 months down the line, and you still have not posted me once. Like that's gonna be an issue for me, especially if you don't tell me. So that's just me on posting.
It's funny that you say that because my cousin's the same way. I know, like my cousin.
Liam?
Yeah.
Liam!
The way I find out my cousin is dating someone is when he's posting. When I find out he's not dating someone is when he doesn't post about that person ever again. And I don't need no confirmation, like if whoever he's dating, like good. But I just know when he's dating someone and when he's not, because he's not posting or he is posting. But for me, posting to me is like, it depends on how long we're in the relationship. I would like to be posted about, or vice versa. Like I post about you, but like I'm not a huge poster.
Or like repost.
Yeah, like I'll repost, or he or she can repost. But like for me, like if you ever see my like my snap or whatever, like you won't see me post. I like rarely ever post. I rarely ever open people's snaps too. Like I just like social media for me is just like a comfort thing to be like on late at night, or like yeah, like, or Instagram. Like I'll post like once in a while. Like I posted for my birthday, but like if someone post about me, I always repost. Like you don't have to worry about that. But me generally, I don't feel like posting is just, for me. Like I just like, if you know me, you're gonna like you're gonna know what's going on, because like if you talk to me, I'm gonna let you know what's up. Like I'm not like a person that's gonna put something on their story and they're like, OMG, like when were you gonna tell me? Like I don't tell people unless they ask me personally, because if you
Or if
Pers-
it's any of the business.
yeah, like if you
Or if it's any of their business,
Yeah.
that's fine.
if you personally ask me, I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
if I'm comfortable with you. But most of the time, I will tell you. Like I don't care. But just I like social media, but sometimes social media is not your friend. And like a lot of my friendships have been about social media and how like I don't post them or whatever. That's really one of my pet peeves as well. Like if you yell at me and say like, why aren't you posting me? Like it's really none of your business. Like if I'm not gonna post you, I'm not gonna post you. But for significant,
I can see it coming from a significant
yeah,
other though.
yeah, from a significant, yeah, from
From a friend?
from a
Oh
friend.
no.
No,
You're
like,
done.
you don't tell me
You
who.
are done.
You don't tell me who or who I can't post. But like again, like with a significant other, like don't be like mad if I don't post you all the time. Again, I will let people know that we are together. But again, like posting is just not for me. Like it's just I don't. It's like if
You don't feel the need to share
Yeah.
everything with everybody.
Yeah, it's just like it's my business, and like if you want to know, ask me because I will tell you. And yeah, that's pretty much
That's
it.
Joel's side.
Yeah.
Logan.
So if we're in a relationship, I will post you. I won't post a lot, but I'll
He also
post you.
has a shitty ass phone. Let's put that out there. Show your phone right now.
No, my phone.
Yeah. Shitty ass phone. Look at that thing. What is that? Hey, I'm on there. I'm on there. That's me.
But anyways,
It's like an off-brand.
For-
no, Leah, maybe I'll return what you ordered at Target.
Don't you dare. I paid for that. I paid for that.
But
Off of your phone.
yeah. But I don't care if you post me, but the thing is, if you're gonna like say your past relationship, you constantly
Yeah.
are posting your ex, and then all of a sudden we get together and you care so much. And this is something you obviously do because you care so much about a person. Shut up, Joel. Then why?
Club.
but then, like, why all of a sudden would it stop? But that's not something like if that's all you don't have to post me. But like you said, like it's a conversation because if I've been friends with you for so long, I'm gonna notice the difference in what you're posting. I'm gonna notice the
Also-
fucking difference.
Don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah! Yo! Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, emphasize on
Yeah.
don't be a hypocrite.
Just, it's not even don't be a hypocrite. It's just, actually, yeah, it is. Don't be a hypocrite and say you're gonna post, if, like Logan said, if you're friends with somebody for a hot minute and they are posting their significant other, and then you get into a relationship with that person,
And then it
just stops and you're just, y'all don't post each other, all it is a conversation as to why. And if you take it the wrong way, that's on you. Because at the end of the day, you were the one posting your ex all the freaking time, and then all of a sudden you're with me and you don't want to post me. Why is that? You don't want to rub it in your ex's face?
But it's a conversation. Like, and if it's a conversation that like I just want this one to like this relationship to be different, like that, something like that makes sense. But when there's no communication, you have
Communication is really important.
You have no way of knowing what's going on. So you're just assuming things about each other when instead you're supposed to be building a relationship. And you can't build a relationship off of false assumptions because your relationship will crumble to the fucking ground.
Okay, I have one more thing to add off of that. Don't be afraid. I won't, but I'm just saying.
I just did.
Don't be afraid to communicate with your significant other. I guarantee you 99.9% of the time, if you have a conversation with your significant other,
They're gonna respect you.
they're going to respect you and you're going to get
If
the matter.
they genuinely care about
Period.
you, they will respect you.
Yeah, but
Say it loud for the bitches in the back.
99.9% of the time, your your little tiff in your relationship will be solved. It will be solved, and you will not be going down rabbit holes.
And if you don't communicate, then it's just gonna be that bigger problem, and that tiny thing that doesn't matter is gonna be what ends your relationship.
Also, if you're going to like
You pulled the mic away from him way too soon. Holy moly!
I'm sorry.
I don't care. I'm just here, bro.
But going off of that, like your relationship will be way much healthier. Like the toxicity won't be there as much unless you're a toxic person. But like,
and it's okay to be toxic.
yeah, it's 100%.
Not super toxic, but like you gotta have that like even
showing your toxicity off like shows that like you're your own human being, and like that's okay. But again, like
it's okay.
Yeah, ish. Like just don't be.
Okay,
Like, don't be that
difference between being yourself and making mistakes and doing like not always healthy things for each other than it is to be toxic. To be toxic. It is a lot different to just be genuinely toxic for somebody.
Yeah.
Like you can be slightly unhealthy, but that for the most part is fixable. It gets a lot harder to be fixable when it gets into that toxic area.
Yeah.
Also, when you're truthful
Lord.
about
At this rate.
when you're truthful with your significant other, you don't have to remember the lies that you like that build up, and you don't have to like put yourself in a deeper hole than you already are. But like again, like being truthful with your significant other will
Communicative.
Yeah, like when you're
Yeah, you couldn't say the word.
Yeah, but yeah.
All right. It is cliche. Yeah, it is cliche as fuck to say, but communication is key. All right.
It's the same thing in a friendship, though. You can't genuinely consider yourself friends and learn to be friends if you don't know how to communicate. Because if you do get into a fight with your friend, you're not going to know how to work through it.
That's one thing I'm telling you.
Unless you know how to communicate.
Good friendship is when you can communicate off of facial expressions. I'm just putting that out there. If you can do that, bless you.
You've made it. You've made it.
You've done it.
Alrighty. So to close out this podcast, we are going to talk about our favorite memory of 2022, and also a lesson that you've learned in 2020, or a lesson that you did learn in 2022, because we are now in 2023. I'll go first with this one. I'd say I'll start with my favorite memory. I go to Palm Springs every year in the summer with the people that are pretty much the closest to me. They're my family. And I just feel at home every time I'm with them. So I'd say Palm Springs was a big one. I also liked when me, Joel, Grace, and Sheridan all went to Glamis after the day after Christmas, actually. And we went out there and we took pictures, and we just had like a road trip kind of day. I thought that was really fun, and that's something I do want to do more of, is go on road trips and all of that. And I'd also say my 19th birthday was pretty fire. We went to Knott's Berry Farm. It was me, Joel, Jaden, Talia, and Jacob. My brother did not go because my brother gets very bad vertigo from the roller coasters. Boring. Boring. But I'd say that those were some of my favorite memories. And then as far as a lesson that I learned in 2022, pretty much everybody who knows me knows this. I went through a really, 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 really rough time. Considering I lost, well, not by death. He's still alive. But I ended up losing a very, very, very close person to me. We were best friends for quite some time, and then we found out, or we came to the conclusion we were in love with each other, and some stuff happened, and we just couldn't overcome that. More so me, because I was not mature enough, and I can say that now. I was not very mature back then. And I didn't know how to handle the situation like I would have been able to now. And I went through a very, very dark time where I really just did not want to talk to anybody. And this happened end of 2021, but it carried into 2022. And so the very beginning of 2022, I was in a really, really rough spot mentally. I was in a really rough spot physically, emotionally, all of that. And it was just a really rough time for me personally. Because I did genuinely love this person so much, still do. We are friends, we are cool, and I couldn't be happier for him because he is one of those people that did so much for me and got me out of so many dark places. But losing him was I'd say mostly my fault, because I was the one who finally put an expiration date on it. But at the end of the day, I'm glad I did it. And I've come to that conclusion now, and that's a lesson I've learned, is that it's okay to let people go to better yourself and also to better them. Because if I hadn't have done what I did and put that expiration date on us, he wouldn't be where he's at now, and I wouldn't be where I'm at now. We are living our best lives in two different states. He has a very loving girlfriend. And I love seeing posts of them together. And I think that's also a maturity thing, because you would have showed me that stuff back in 2022, 2021, or beginning of 2022 more so, and end of 2021, I probably would have told you to F off and go off yourself, because it's just not something I would have wanted to see. But now the maturity comes into play, and I've realized that he was a very important person in my life, and he did teach me a lot about myself, and he got me out of some really rough stuff. So I'd say a lesson I've learned is it's okay to let people go to better yourself and to better them in the long run. And it's also, and then one last lesson I learned, and it's just a quickie. It's okay to not be okay. And that's a lot of people will just say that and not really mean it. But for me, there have been multiple times in my life in the past 3 years that I have not been okay. And lucky for me, I was able to get out of that spot, and I was able to recognize it and be like, hey, I'm not okay. And every single time I was not okay, that person that is no longer, or he's in my life, but you know how that goes. Yeah. Not as much as we were when we were best friends. But like my mom, my brother, my dad, they would always tell me, Maleia, it's okay to not be okay. Like, if you are not okay, it is okay. And if y'all are going through something similar, it is okay to not be okay. Like, you can be in a really, really rough spot and not know how to get out of that. And it's okay to reach out for help. It's okay to go to therapy. I'm telling you now, therapy saved my life. And you're not a burden. You're not somebody to just throw away and care about later. Like, you're not a burden. And it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to ask for help when you do need it, because at the end of the day, it's going to better yourself, and it's going to make you feel better. So I'd say that was kind of a long one, but I've been through a lot in 2022. So yeah, I'd say that was that. Joel, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So in 2022, you guys might laugh because
I already know what he's gonna say.
I will say, like, 2022 was an emotional roller coaster for my family. We had 4 or 5 deaths.
You had 5. You
Like,
said 5.
yeah, in my family, and it wasn't like throughout the year. It was like all in a span of from October to December. Like,
So it was 2022.
yeah,
But
it was 2022.
it was in the
but
last.
It was in the last, like.
I had a hard end to 2021 going into 2022, and you had a hard ending to 2022 going into 2023.
And like I'm doing better now. Like I miss the people. I mostly miss my grandmother.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Grammy. But she was a huge person in my life, and I was not expecting her to pass away that quickly. She was healthy, but unfortunately, when she was getting a checkup at a hospital, she got COVID and she passed away in her sleep. And it hit my family like a truck. Mostly, more for me, it hit me like a bat.
bus.
Yeah, like a bat out of hell. But with the other people that passed away, it was very sad for my family. But like that death was really bad. I'll show you pictures.
So what was your favorite memory?
But my favorite memory was gosh, I feel like I've done so much over 2022.
We did.
Yeah, like
and me and you. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that was horrible.
Wow, what a year. Like I do have to say, like, Disney for my birthday was really fun because I haven't been to Disneyland since I was like 7 or 8. And the trip to Glamis was really fun.
Was really
I'm a big like
adventure,
adrenaline fiend. Like those roller coasters at Not Berry Farm, we wanted on all of them. Like us too. Like not everyone went on all of them. Like I really like roller coasters and stuff. And a lesson that I got from over like the whole year is it's okay to put myself first.
Oh, good one.
It's if you get to know me, and once you like see me more on the podcast, I'm a very forgiving and big-hearted person.
Way too forgiving. He is too nice.
Yeah,
that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
You mess with him? Oh no. we going outside. And Joel's gonna be like, no, let's talk about it.
I'm a huge pushover. I'm a huge pushover. Like, you can do me so wrong, and, like, you can use me as your doormat. And as much shit as I talk, I do not stand up for myself.
No.
It's, like, one of my...
He'll stand up for other people, just not himself.
Yeah, I have so many insecurities when it comes to that, but it's okay to put yourself first. I really learned. But also, what I also learned is that when you're in your darkest place, a light can come help you guide, like, get you out of it.
Guide you.
Yeah. Get out of it. I mean, when Maleia and I have been friends since 7th grade, but like when we hit high school, we've
all been friends since like the 7th grade,
yeah,
but we all disconnected at different points.
Yeah,
and like, now here we are,
so
doing a podcast together.
So like when she was going through a rough patch, I came into her life, and now we're inseparable, and that can happen with anybody in your life. It's just like awful moments tend to have good outcomes.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
And like when she was saying like it's okay to not be okay, it's okay to ask for help as well. Don't be shy. I rather you ask someone close to you for help. Then you don't have to go to a parent, you don't have to talk to an adult, but like if you're comfortable with somebody, please like let them know, and it will help not only you but like the person that's helping you, because now they feel like they are needed, and that helps them get through their shit because you're not going through it alone. And that's a big one. You're not alone ever. Mm-hmm. You're never alone, and that's all I gotta say.
That's all Joel got. That was a good one.
So for memories,
I have a whole scroll of freaking lessons. I'm not talking about actually. You've had a lot of memories with us. You just have a whole scroll of freaking lessons.
And I'll get to them if you let me talk, Maleia.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I know it's a bad time, but I must be kind of hungry.
Ooh. Anyway.
Anyway,
Little fatty.
Little fatties. Okay, go ahead. Shush. We are a very goofy group. Oh Lord, go on.
Okay, two of the best memories that I've had this year would one be the trip I took with my family to Universal Studios this past spring. That one was a lot of fun. I think it was spring. Honestly, I don't remember.
We weren't there.
But the other one was in my life, I've disconnected from a lot of people in my life, but I've reconnected recently with a lot of people that I used to be friends with, and so that's something in itself means a lot. So that would be one.
I did not hear a word you just said because you just mumbled hella.
That is something that means a lot to me.
Thank you. All right, and
But going off that, for the lesson, it is okay to let people back in your life, even people that have hurt you. It is okay to let them back in your life, but
put up some boundaries.
But that doesn't mean you ever have to trust them again.
Fact.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't try, but it also doesn't mean you have to.
That's fact.
Because people can try to change, but that doesn't necessarily mean they will.
Yeah.
Because they have to genuinely want to be able to change.
That's fact.
So you never have to trust somebody who's hurt you, but that doesn't mean you also have to get rid of them.
That's fact.
Especially if you care about them and you know that in some weird, messed up way that they care about you too. You don't have to get rid of them.
Yeah.
I got one more.
Yeah, wow, most talking Logan.
Yes!
Yeah! Talk it up. Go ahead, finish.
But also this one's kind of off topic because this one actually comes with my
You're giving the viewers an earthquake.
This one actually comes with I talk with my hands a lot, my bad. It comes along with my sobriety is that it's okay to take things slow. In AA, a lot of the times they'll tell you take things one step at a time. And it sounds dumb. It sounds so stupid. But the only way you're ever going to be able to get through the things that you're going through is to take it one step at a time. Don't try to overcrowd yourself with 1,000 thoughts and 1,000 decisions at once because it won't work.
That's a good one, Logan. Wow.
I don't talk much, but I do have a brain.
You do have a brain.
Yeah,
Logan is smart as hell. That's why
so
half the time I yell at him about not going to college because I'm like, bro, I know why I'm not in college and I know why you're not in college. But for the love of God, this man is so smart. Sometimes he says things and I'm like, in what freaking world?
Yeah, we all went to the same high school, but I did not. We all went to the same high school, but I did not graduate from the same high school they did.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I got out of the
charter.
Yeah, he went to fucking.
I feel like we look like the Three Stooges.
Anyways, y'all.
The Three Stooges, bro.
We are the Three Stooges for real. But anyways, y'all, we are going to close out the podcast for today. There will be more podcasts on the way, especially when we get all of the equipment that we have ordered in. These podcasts will be better quality at some point.
She'll also link the Spotify and the YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube
I'm getting there. But I will. If y'all don't have me on Instagram, my Instagram is Maleia.Ferreira. And I do have a link tree in my bio to the Spotify and the YouTube. And those links will also be down below. So y'all can keep up with us. If you did make it this far, please give this YouTube video a big old thumbs up. Comment if you want to. And subscribe because I know y'all want to keep up with this podcast. Come on now. I know y'all on the other side of the screen want to keep up with this freaking podcast. So subscribe for everything on today's episode related. I am aiming to post at least once a week. There will be new special guests, old special guests, all depending on how my viewers like them. So if you like Joel and Logan, please make sure to like this video, comment if you want to see them more. I will be putting up questions and polls on my Instagram as well. So if you don't follow me there, please be sure to follow me. And when I do post those questions and I do post those polls, please feel free to respond to them. Because if y'all want to know something, if y'all want to hear something funny, if y'all want to hear stories, memories, all that, please ask. because we will do anything and everything y'all ask us to do. And that kind of sounds weird, but it's the truth. But that's all the info on everything. And Joel's Instagram will be in the bio, or not in the bio, but in the description below. Logan's will be as well. You're more likely to get in contact with me or Joel rather than Logan, because Logan just literally is not on Instagram that much.
I re-downloaded Instagram. Finally.
Okay, he re-downloaded it, but just telling y'all now, you will have better luck getting in contact with me and Joel than Logan.
Respond
more so me.
Want to.
So if y'all want to, we're both public, but if y'all want to,
feel free to ask us questions as well. Like, don't be afraid to like leave a comment and have questions. I know
I just said that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, ask us questions as well. If like you want to DM us, like I'll probably answer.
Anything y'all want to know.
Yeah.
Logan will answer, but
like they're lying.
Out of all of us, feel free to contact me out of everything, because this is the podcast that I have created, and I will be on. I'm usually on my phone all the time anyway, so if y'all got questions that you want answered or any of that good jazz, please feel free to DM me when I post those questions and those polls. Please feel free to interact. We would love to answer everybody's questions, because everybody that is watching this podcast does have a voice, and I want y'all to know that. For all the listeners on Spotify, you know what to do. But with that being said, there will be themes in coming episodes. I will have different special guests and sometimes just me. The episodes that are just me, though, those probably won't have themes behind it, because it's not very fun for just me to have a theme. Like that to me is weird. By myself, and I'm in pajamas. Oh, it's pajama day. No, we're not doing that.
Well, to be fair, we are at your house.
Well, yeah, but there will be themes for coming episodes. For example, there will be like pajamas and college wear and all that good stuff. But with that being said, we are gonna go ahead and close out this podcast. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching the first episode, and we hope to see y'all interact with us and continue watching. So do something for yourself today, tomorrow, and every day. We are outro.
Bye.